or what is? And the reason why I'm asking what I'm about to ask you is in reference to people saying that music is becoming monotonous. It's the same old formula. Are you guys bringing something new and refreshing to the music scene? Like, what can people expect from Boys Night Out?
Well, I think it's more of an idea that we bring sort of everything that we grew up loving and stuff that sort of entered us, as opposed to being like, well, we'll do this and then here's the breakdown part. So, a lot of it seems to be a lot of the same, and I'm not going to name names because that's not how I roll, but you know what I mean. Like, it's a lot of bands just seem to be doing the same thing, like
filling a formula.
The octave line, goes here, and then breakdown chorus, and this, and
I definitely like when writing songs, it's a conscious effort to try to keep it original and keep it something new. Like I wouldn't want to be playing music if it was something that I heard before. Like I always want to be trying to write something that hasn't been put out. So constantly trying to keep it fresh and keep it interesting.
And even on the record we have one song where the drums are all electric drums that I program, because I always used to program hip hop stuff and do beats for even like techno or trance or whatever stuff. So we try and bring some of that in every now and again. Like just everything, we just try and throw it all in, see what comes out.
I was curious about how you draw from inspiration when you've got. We understand how inspiration can strike like lightning.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It comes out of nowhere. That's natural. It's the universe. It's the way things click sometimes. But when you got a deal, you got contracts to meet. You got a manager telling you this is what needs to be done. You've got A&R people saying, we need these songs. How do you deal with that?
We just hope that they trust us.
We're actually we're not,
You haven't reached that point of
we're not like a major label band.
Oh,
we're
not
on a really cool independent label that's totally supportive. So as far as when we want to do a record and when the label wants to do a record, it's pretty much it's in our hands. We have so much freedom.
That's
it's amazing.
Great.
So
where it's a trust thing.
We'll tour, then hey, you know what? We pretty much did. We're not touring anymore. We're gonna take this time off to record, and this is what we want to do. So it's pretty much all up to us when we want to do everything. So there's no one breathing down our neck saying this has to be done in 1 week, finish it like that.
And I think if it was like that, I don't think we'd be doing it.
We'd stop doing it.
Just say fuck this, maybe start another even just a new band from scratch and just start going again.
That's got to be encouraging to see the rise of the indie label like this and the power of the internet.
Yeah, that's
really
we credit everything.
10, 15 years ago, it wasn't like that.
No.
If the internet didn't exist, I think we'd probably just be still playing in our hometown right now to a local show. That's it.
Also, the big difference with Ferret is the guy that owns Ferret sings in a metal band, basically, or screams in a metal band. So he's in a band and he knows how it is, and he's a label owner. He's the A&R guy. There's only 3 guys at Ferret, so it's just they understand and they know what's up, and he can't tell us to go poppy or ever because well, tell him to fuck off and he should go poppy or.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So it's all about having fun.
It's where all our hearts are. We're writing because it's something we love, not because it's
because we have deadlines to make or money to make. Which we do, but it's also just we're in it for fun at the same time.
Everybody does. Whatever you get up in the morning, you do your job, or you're self-employed, or you're in a band. You make a choice why you're going to do what you're going to do to sustain yourself in the morning.
Yeah.
For sure.
And we're lucky enough that it's what we want to do and it's what we love.
Yeah.
So
what level of it would you say is luck, and what level of it would you say is hard work and persistence?
You know what it is?
Why don't more people follow that dream from your experience?
Sometimes it's all luck. We got heard based on MP3s.
Yeah.
And that's a smaller label called One Day Savior put out our first record, and he did mostly hardcore stuff and things like that. But the guy that runs that, Chris Tompanakis, was in a band called Sky Came Falling, who was on Ferret Records. So he talked to Carl, who runs Ferret, and said listen, there's this band you should check out their MP3s, take a listen, and we got lucky, and that was cool. But then we worked our asses off touring pretty much since May 2003 we've been on the road.
Yeah, so it's definitely half luck and then half really hard work for us. In some bands in the sense where we got signed immediately and we were so lucky with it, that part of the game will take a different band might take years to get to that point. So there's definitely some luck, and then it's, for the most part though, I'd say if making as an indie band, it's 90% hard work and touring is what it takes.
For sure.
Outstanding.